Abstinence is a term that often surfaces in conversations about health, relationships, and personal choices. At its core, abstinence means deliberately choosing not to engage in certain activities or behaviors, usually for a specific period of time, or sometimes indefinitely. While the word can refer to refraining from various things, such as alcohol, drugs, or even certain foods, it is most commonly associated with choosing to wait before engaging in sexual activity. But what does abstinence really mean, and why do people choose to practice it? Understanding abstinence requires exploring not just the definition, but also the motivations, benefits, challenges, and misconceptions that surround this important concept. To begin with, abstinence is a personal decision. It is the conscious act of saying no to something, often in the face of social pressures, personal desires, or curiosity. In the context of sexual health, abstinence means deciding not to have sexual intercourse or to engage in other sexual activities. This choice can be made for a variety of reasons, including religious beliefs, cultural values, personal goals, health concerns, or simply not feeling ready. For many, abstinence is about waiting for the right time, the right person, or the right circumstances. Some people choose abstinence until they are in a committed relationship or marriage. Others may be motivated by the desire to avoid unintended pregnancies or sexually transmitted infections. Still others may seek abstinence as a way to focus on other priorities, such as education, career, or self-development. The motivations behind abstinence are as diverse as the people who choose it. Religious and cultural traditions often play a significant role. Many faiths encourage waiting until marriage before engaging in sexual activity, viewing abstinence as a way to honor spiritual beliefs and maintain moral values. For some, this choice is about respecting family expectations or upholding cultural heritage. But abstinence is not solely a matter of faith or tradition. For many individuals, it is a practical decision. The teenage years and early adulthood are often filled with questions about identity, relationships, and the future. Choosing abstinence can be a way of navigating these uncertain waters with a sense of control and clarity. It allows individuals to set boundaries, make informed decisions, and avoid situations they may not be emotionally or physically prepared for. Health is another important factor. Abstinence is the only 100% effective way to prevent pregnancy and the transmission of sexually transmitted infections. While other forms of contraception and protection can greatly reduce the risks, they are not foolproof. For those who want to be absolutely certain, abstinence offers the most reliable safeguard. Abstinence can also be part of a broader approach to self-care and personal growth. Some people use periods of abstinence to reflect on their values, strengthen their sense of self, or build deeper emotional connections without the complications that can come with physical intimacy. For couples, choosing to wait can foster communication, trust, and mutual respect. However, abstinence is not without its challenges. In a world where media, peers, and even advertising can send strong messages about sex and relationships, choosing to wait can sometimes feel isolating or difficult. Social pressure, curiosity, and the desire for intimacy are all natural parts of growing up. It's important to recognize that abstinence, like any significant personal choice, requires self-awareness and support. Misconceptions about abstinence can also complicate the conversation. Some people mistakenly assume that abstinence is about fear, shame, or repression. In reality, for many, it is an empowering choice, a way to take control of their bodies, their futures, and their relationships. Others might view abstinence as unrealistic or out of reach, especially in modern society. But countless individuals and couples have found that waiting is not only possible, but also rewarding. Education and open communication are key to understanding abstinence. Comprehensive sexual education programs often include abstinence as one option among many, presenting it alongside information about contraception, consent, and healthy relationships. When young people are given accurate information and a safe space to ask questions, they are better equipped to make choices that are right for them. It's also important to know that abstinence does not have to be permanent. For some, it may be a temporary decision, lasting until certain goals are met or circumstances change. What matters most is that the choice is informed, voluntary, and respected by others. Choosing abstinence is a deeply personal journey. It is not about judging others or adhering to a rigid set of rules. Instead, it's about understanding your own values, setting boundaries that feel right for you, and making choices that support your well-being. For those who practice abstinence, the experience can be one of empowerment, self-discovery, and even freedom. Of course, like any path in life, abstinence is not always easy. There may be moments of doubt or temptation. That's why it helps to have supportive friends, mentors, or family members who respect your decision and offer encouragement. If you're considering abstinence, it can also be helpful to think about your reasons, set clear boundaries, and communicate openly with anyone you're dating or in a relationship with. Ultimately, abstinence is about choice. It's about knowing yourself, respecting your body, and making decisions that align with your goals and values. Whether chosen for a short time or as a long-term commitment, abstinence can be a powerful way to take charge of your life and your future. Remember, there is no single right answer when it comes to personal choices like abstinence. What matters most is that you have the information, support, and confidence you need to make the decision that's best for you. By understanding what abstinence really means and why people choose to wait, we can create a culture of respect, empathy, and empowerment for everyone, no matter what path they choose.